Here's the follow-up video of the outside of the house. You can see it's got a new tin roof. Um, the old gutters that are kind of, I don't know, they're not really tied in well, I don't think, to what they should be, but the original house is the wood part right here. And then they had built on this back kitchen area, back porch area years ago. No bark, Bruce! So they built that part on there, and then he's put this whole new basement underneath. That whole finished basement, or non-finished basement, is underneath the house there. The window, that's the one I told you had that nice plant shelf on it. So we're bring some plants down here in that. Little tiny air conditioner that's the only air conditioner in the whole house at the moment. I think he said he has another one somewhere, but I don't know where it's at, so we're going to have to look into getting it. He wants to buy a new one possibly that has the digital control, so you can set it at like 77 or 75 or whatever. Ignore it. It's got a bunch of mold on the siding. This is the new part he had built on. There was a front porch off the front of this, and he had this all put on. This is the 2 bedrooms up front he had put on. He also had the concrete work here. You can see this is also where it was way too dry, clearly. Shovels of concrete. Not real happy with that, but not my house, so nothing I can do about it. It took the guy like 18 months, and it's supposed to take him 3, I think, to do all this work. This used to be just a giant bank here that went out, and they've cut this out. I don't know if it's ever even had a car drove down in it yet. This was going to be his garage area. That unfortunately they have that stupid pipe in there holding up part of the house. Doesn't make sense, but you can see this end of the house is just moldy as all get out. It looks really crappy. I'm gonna have to rent a lift or something down here and actually come down and wash this one of these days and get this all cleaned up, because you can't spray siding from underneath. It'll get up underneath the siding and cause a problem. So I gotta get above it and spray it back down. I might go buy some of that 30 seconds wet and forget. See if I can't get that cleaned up. He's got the gutters running down here kind of off the side of this. I'm gonna see if I can actually climb this bank here. This bank is really kind of off level, and Jesus, I'm gonna fall and break my damn neck. But it's really kind of a crappy deal. This is the drain pipe coming out right here for the gutters, just kind of hobbled together. Nothing really well laid out, well designed. None of the work's been done out here. These giant piles of dirt were supposed to be taken away. The county talked, they wanted them, they were gonna re-slope this bank and that for him. Never did it, so I might look into renting a backhoe, skid steer, or something like that one of these days, and see if I can't maybe get some of that reworked. This is a little deck slash porch thing he put on here. I showed you coming out that door. That it's, I'm gonna, like I said, get a guardrail and stuff on it at least. It's got the dryer vent, probably put a better dryer vent on it. Just a handful of little things that'll keep the house a little tighter in the winter for making it easier to heat, all that good stuff. So main thing is this giant hole right here. This is so not safe. It's just a pain in the butt. So, but I've got plenty of dirt around here to do it with. I just have to do it. So this is the wood stove I was telling you about. This actually outside wood stove heats boiling water, pumps the water back inside. It goes through a heat exchanger in the house and heats the whole house. So it works good. This is the gas tank. For those of you who aren't familiar, out in the country, you don't have a city gas hookup. You fill your tank once or twice a year, however often you need it, and then it runs off it. Unfortunately, this one's settling bad. The wood's rotting out and it's drifting off to the side. So I'm gonna have to get a backhoe in here or something, get it lifted up. It's heavy as all get out. I don't think we have the equipment here to pick it up. I'll look and see if Grandpa's tractor is strong enough. And you can see down there where it's underneath, where it's rotting out real bad. Get those tied back out, semi-level, and go from there. So again, we have a giant pile of dirt that's left over that's not really good for anything, but we gotta get rid of all of it too. And then I got my dog tied up for the moment. The barn down there used to have goats and stuff. You get rid of all the goats. We got a little garage here that's really not good for nothing either. I noticed he did put a new roof on it. I wonder if they did that one into the house. So anyway, we'll see about getting into that thing. I'll probably put a carport up, maybe if I'm gonna be down here all winter. Just doing those Menards, couple $100 carports to keep my vehicle from getting covered in snow all the time if I got taken to town quick and that kind of deal. So pretty much, I guess that's the whole general area. That was a goat pen. I might look and see if that's good enough to keep my dog in for a little while at least, until I can figure out what I want to do with him as we get the whole thing going. Ain't that right, big boy? He's all excited. He's been in the house already once, but I got to get some more, you know, make sure it's dog proof before I let him free in there at the moment. I know Dad said there was some poison down in the basement. He's going to show me tomorrow where that's at. But that's the back of the house to give you a general idea of the whole thing. You can see kind of where the original part of the house had a weird, I think it actually even had like the flat top up there. They put the top, more of the peak up on it. It's got a lot of seams, and a lot of the gutters kind of run into other gutters instead of going down. There needs to be more downspouts off the house, but oh well. Again, like I said, nothing I could do, something they've done themselves. So that's the septic system, brand new septic system, brand new basement. There's probably 40-50 grand in this thing, not counting the actual, you know, the whole deal. The barn over there, the Morton building type shed, is actually my grandfather's. He put that up when he sold off his farmland to put his tractors in, and that thing's a giant mess. I'll film that later and give you guys an idea on it. But as of right now, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up and call it a night down here at the farm, head back in town, check on my dad, make sure he's got food for the evening, and then I'll bring him down here tomorrow. So talk to you guys later. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. And sometimes you have to take care of your family, whether you want to or not.